Now I'm just gonna mix the sweet with the salty. Oh, look at that sweet and the salty. My name is Devin Bernado, and today I'm going to be taking you guys through somewhat of a day in the life with me. Now, today's actually a good day for me. It's my cheat meal. I'm actually going to be mukbanging all this Wendy's. All this Wendy's. There it is. Before I make light work out of this, I need my Evogen. Oh, there it is. So this is a key supplement to take, especially with every high carb meal or cheat meal like this one. I'm going to open this up and just sauce one of them into my mouth before I get at this. Ooh. I'm a competitive bodybuilder. I've been competing since the age of 18 years old. I'm now 23 years old. I did my first show at 18. I won the overall title in the bodybuilding division. And then I did 3 or 4 shows after that. I actually have a new show in sights for myself. It's the end of November. I'm about 9 weeks out, believe it or not, as I actually eat this Wendy's. This time around, now I'm actually gonna try my luck at men's classic physique and try to get my pro card that way. The question that I get asked a lot is, Devin, how long have you been training for us? Both my parents, they were both trainers. They both competed. So I was always that kid in the babysitting room at the gym, looking through the window, watching everyone pump. The owner of the gym told my parents, okay, once he goes double digits, turns 10, he can start pumping. So for that reason, start pumping at the age of 10. Now, I was only training 3-4 times a week because, believe it or not, my dream. I wanted to be the next little midget Nate Robinson on the court with the 60-inch vertical tomahawking over everybody's face. So for that reason, I had my dad give me a bodybuilding schedule to follow so that I could get bigger and stronger, get my vertical up over the summer and come back more of a beast for the following season. Over that 2 months, I followed the schedule to a T, and I came back the following school year and basketball season with an extra 22 pounds of muscle. Now, when I came back with 22 pounds of muscle, everybody noticed, and I look like a straight up bodybuilder. But when I came back that following season, I didn't just come back with 22 pounds of more muscle. I actually came back with a new passion that I loved just as much as basketball. I fell in love with the results that I got over the last 2 months, how quickly they came. So I found myself living in a world where I was living the basketball world and the bodybuilding world, and I found myself going to practice or a game, taking pre-workout before, come home, get a bodybuilding meal in, then I would go to the gym and do a bodybuilding workout, and I was doing that for years. Eventually, when high school was ending, I had to pick one. I said to myself, all right, I have the passion, I have the skill for basketball, but I don't have the height. If I was tall enough, I'd definitely make the league for sure. Now with bodybuilding, I have the genetics for it. I put on muscle easily. I have my parents to coach me, and I love it just as much as I love basketball. So I looked at it and I said, okay, look, I see myself having a longer, brighter future doing bodybuilding. So from that point on, I stopped playing basketball and I put all my efforts into bodybuilding. 6 or 7 months later, I did my first show, and the rest is history. So, not to sound like a creep or anything, but I actually knew who Hani Rambod was well before I ever joined Evogen Nutrition. I knew that he had a very long, successful history of being one of the best coaches in the world, if not the best coach in the world for Olympia level athletes. Obviously, the way that his athletes look and perform on and off the stage is going to be a direct reflection of him as a coach. So he's clearly not going to put any garbage in there. He's going to put nothing but the best formulations and ingredients into his supplements. So for that reason, I knew that I could 100% trust the products. What I love about Evogen and the whole team is that they want to see you as an individual grow and become the best version of yourself along with the companies. And that's just something great. A lot of companies out there, they just want to see themselves grow. They don't care about your own personal growth. But with Evogen, they're great in the fact that as they grow, they want you to grow with them. So that's what I love about Evogen. All right, guys, so I'm gonna finish this meal, take a little nap, let the Evolog do its job and put all the nutrients into my gains. I'll wake up nice and full and veiny. And then I'll take you guys through what I'm taking from my pre-workout before we hit to the gym and go through our workout. Peace. Whoa. Today we got EVP 3D here. Boom, peach rings flavor. And then we got EVP AQs. Open it up, 1 scoop. And you know what, I like going actually 1 and a bit with the EVP 3D. And then, today I'll go half a cap, pour it in there, lid it up, give it a shake, and this is my pre-workout for today. Catch you guys at the gym. So I'm gonna treat you guys to a nice shoulder slaughtering instead of doing a back day. So let's get in there and butcher these boulders, baby. All right guys, so we're gonna get started with the shoulder slaughtering. So if you guys are looking to get those big 3D delts, the Komachi delts, you're gonna have to feed all 3 bellies of the beast. When I say all 3 bellies of the beast, I mean you're gonna have to hit the front delts, the side delts, the rear delts in order for the delts to come at you at all angles. So when you put that t-shirt on, you're just busting through the seams. We're gonna start off with the most important part of the delt, the side delt, in my opinion. When you have big side delts, you're standing in front of someone, gives you that big wide appearance, makes your waist look smaller. I'm gonna show you how I like to do it. Stay seated so I can isolate my shoulders more, take my legs out of it, arms to the side, and as I bring the weight up, I rotate my pinkies up to hit more of that side delt. All right guys, so I don't know if I mentioned this already or not, but when I do my exercises, I'm doing 4 sets, and the rep range that I'm going for, depending on the exercise, is usually 6 to 12. So if I'm doing side laterals, sometimes I go beyond the 12 rep range, just because for this, it's not like a 1 rep max type movement. It's more of a pump type movement where I have to get more volume. I'm gonna do 4 sets of this at this weight, and my rep range for this particular exercise is gonna be 10 to 20 reps, and then we'll move on from there. Now we're moving on to exercise number 2. So now we're gonna do rear delts. I'm gonna do my favorite exercise for rear delts, rear dumbbell flies. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna stand up, bend over, flare my elbows out so that I hit my rear delts and just rear fly it back. And then I'm gonna really squeeze at the top. When you have your elbows in, you're hitting more back and lats. You have your elbows out, you're really focusing on the rear delt there. So I'm gonna swing up and squeeze at the top. My rep range for this exercise is gonna be 6 to 12 reps for 4 sets. I have the 50s here, 50 pounds, not kilograms. So I'm gonna stand up, bend over, let it hang, elbows out. 1, 3. All right guys, so as you saw, when I was doing it, I was trying to take my legs out of it as much as possible, and I was just really squeezing at the top. So I'm gonna do 4 sets of this, might even go up in weight, and then move on to the next exercise. Moving on to exercise number 3. So I'm about to give you a tip, one of the best tips you're ever gonna get if you happen to be an arm dominant individual like myself. So in case you didn't notice, we started this workout off with side laterals and rear flies to specifically drive the blood into the shoulders. So now they're already burning, and the mind to muscle connection is already up 30 to 50%, so I got a great feel in the shoulders. So now, when I go to do a shoulder press, the moment I put the weight over my shoulders, I'm gonna feel every pound of that weight specifically on my shoulders, and now it's gonna be more of an isolation type movement, and my arms are gonna be taken out of it. No tricep work, it's gonna be 90% shoulders. I got myself the 100 pounds here. It's gonna tear it up. And when I do shoulder press, I never go below 90 degrees. This doesn't feel right on my shoulders. I just go 90 degrees down and all the way up. So in rep range, it's gonna be 6 to 12. All right. All right guys, so anytime I do a compound type exercise like that with shoulder press, I like to go a little heavier than normal. I'm not doing 10 to 20 reps. Typically, I'll do a rep range from 6 to 12, which is why I went on the triple digits with the dumbbells here. So move on to the next one. Exercise number 4. It's exercise number 4, right? Camera woman?
Yeah, no, 3. Wait, no, 4.
4?
Yeah.
So I got all the blood in my boulders out of my brain. You got all your blood in your booty. Exercise number 4. I'm gonna do more side laterals. This is one of my favorite side lateral machines in this specific gym. It's great for putting on mass. I can max it out, so I feel really strong doing it too, so it's good for my ego. I'm gonna do more side laterals because I wanna be as wide as a Boeing 747. So what I'm gonna do is tuck my elbows in, put my headphones in, I'm gonna listen to some mystery music, and I'm gonna put all the weight on my elbows. I'm gonna barely hold these grips here, and I'm just gonna go up, flex, boom. Because this machine seems to be easy for me, I can make it harder by going all the way up, going halfway down, just doing some little pulses just to really shock the body. All right, then if you really want to confuse shit, isometric flex, just to sculpt. Sorry, I'm just getting my little intro workout sipping going. Ooh, okay, keep the carbs flowing, keep me nice and hot. All right guys, moving on to exercise number 5. We're gonna do more rear delts, but this time instead of using dumbbells, it's more of like a blunt movement. We're gonna do it on the cable, so there's constant tension throughout the movement. And at the top, just like I did with the dumbbells, I'm gonna really squeeze at the top. So here, I got the cables locked and loaded. We're gonna start it from the bottom position. You're gonna bend over, and you're gonna flare your elbows out like you did with the dumbbells and just squeeze at the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright guys, so I didn't do the 6 to 12 rep range there. I did more between 10 to 20 because an exercise like this, it's not very compound. You really want to go for the squeeze and the pump. So for that reason, you're gonna go higher rep on this one. We'll finish off with one more exercise, probably for front delts. Now we're gonna finish slaughtering the shoulders with front raises with this easy bar. This is 110 pounds, not kilograms. If you look here, with the easy bar, there's a bend here. So I'm gonna put my hands where the bend is, so it forces my thumbs in an upright position, which makes me use more of my front delt when I lift this up. Shoulder width apart at the bend, and just crank this sucker up. So if you guys paid attention there to that set at the end of the set there, and I did some cheat reps. So when your form starts giving out, I believe in doing, putting a little mustard into the reps so that you can pump a little more. A little more is better than nothing in my opinion. You just really milk the exercise for everything it's worth. Shoulders completely slaughtered. That concludes today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully if you guys try this workout, you'll have a killer pump like I did, slaughter the shoulders. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and YouTube at Devin Bernado, along with Evogen's YouTube page and their Instagram page at Evogen Nutrition. Peace out, bye. Have a good pump. Get swole. Boom.